What's good, Internet? My name is Attack Slug, and welcome back to Wrestling Revolution 3D. Yesterday, the Authority really wanted me to dress up like Lita, and while Santino certainly had some success as Santina, I said, no dice. Also, I went out drinking with Chris Jericho, and that proved to be a bad idea, as I am now just trashed and fighting Daniel Bryan, who is the current World Champions tag team in a tag team match playoff. And so I welcome you to a Thursday here on this show. A few handful of things to discuss here with D-Bry and Sami Zayn as a tag team. I guess he's also the tag team champion, maybe? I don't know. I know he's the world champion. And I would assume myself and Chris Jericho as a tag team here, but we'll see. Oh, I'm so trashed. So trashed. Me and Chris got so trashed last night. Alright. Introducing the tag team of Jeraslug here today on this show. We had too much of a good time. Getting in the ring is difficult. My hair color got all weird. I was trying to fix it, and I didn't fix it right, so I'll fix it more tomorrow. It's a little bit too, light. Attack Slug. I'm sure you're very excited to be standing in the ring with a champion like me. Sure. But we both know that you do not belong here, so there's no point in making this match for the title. But it's a tag team match, D-Bry. Think of yourself as my sparring partner, and perhaps you'll benefit. Don't patronize me, Daniel Bryan. We both know why you're scared to put that belt on the line. Oh, no. Yeah, this is going to go real well. Sami Zayn, no. Face the right guy. There we go. Okay. Anyway, welcome to Thursday. There's kind of not much going on in the news, but there's a bit about Paige, because, you know, they've mentioned she's in the Performance Center now. Oh, powerbomb. Yeah, this is, that wasn't fair at all. That wasn't fair at all. I had no energy from the drinking with the Jericho. They've mentioned the whole thing with Paige being in the Performance Center, and the rumor is that she will end up on the SmackDown brand, which is weird, because she was totally on Raw. My poor profile. Like, she's on Raw, and putting her on SmackDown is weird because, like, Raw needs more women on that roster. And yes, they're getting Asuka at some point, but I think overall the SmackDown women's roster has been way healthier than Raw has been, so Paige would totally fit in better on Raw. I don't know, that's just my opinion. Dean Ambrose renewed his contract. AJ Styles renewed his contract. And his strength has considerably improved. Alright. Attack Slug, we're going to market a dumbbell. And they'd like me to... Look, I got in so much trouble last time promoting that briefcase, sir. I'm going to say no, I don't want your $18,900 to get booed out of every building promoting your dumbbell. I ain't no dumbbell. I'm only interested in promoting myself. Alright, we'll find somebody else. You obviously don't have enough business sense anyway. Yeah, no, clearly I don't. Clearly. I ain't selling out to nobody. Again. Oh, good, Ryback. Hey, Attack Slug, you look like crap. Is the daily grind wearing you down? Try some steroids. For this $8,000, I can hook you up with some painkillers that will make you feel invincible. Feed me more painkillers. No, I don't need any drugs. So go tell you and your buddy Nakamura. Alright, your choice. But how do you intend to compete with wrestlers who are using these painkillers? Look. There's a whole convoluted thing there that I don't even want to get into in wrestling and painkillers. Come on now. One-on-one with Finn Balor. Anyway, the other news story today, which is kind of an extensive one, is this survey they sent out to network subscribers that is asking a lot of interesting questions about what you would like to see on the network. And this has happened before. They've sent these out before, but this one seems more extensive in terms of what you're looking for and what they might be able to have access to, which is interesting only because we know they've been cutting the budget a lot. There's been no pyro. They've just been... There are shows on the network that aren't getting greenlit, like Edge and Christian Season 2 didn't get greenlit. So it's not like they've got all this extra money to spend on the network and network stuff. But also, what the hell? but also it's like, I don't know. So, to wit, here are your options they've been saying are going to be on, or they're looking into. Also, Finn Balor here is, yeah, Spinebuster. No, just punch him. Just punch him and kick him. Okay, so, your survey mentioned TNA, mentioned ICW, mentioned Progress, you know, in terms of both tape libraries and with the latter ones, you know, actual live events. They mentioned New Japan Pro Wrestling, which immediately afterwards said, oh yeah, New Japan and other regional indie promotions. I'm like, that is some shade right there. That is some shade on New Japan right there. But also, I don't think they do it, but, you know, who knows. They mentioned Ring of Honor. They mentioned house shows, and they actually said house shows and not live events, because usually the language, you know, because Vince is very particular on his language, is that, oh, they're called live events, not house shows. You know, so there was that. So, things like, you know, say Starrcade, which is going to be in Greensboro this year. And, hey, can we put that on the network? I'd like you to. That'd be nice. They mentioned tournaments, like the UK tournament, which would, you know, more of those. Yes, please. Mayon Classic, yes, please. They mentioned audio-only stuff, like radio shows and like pay-per-views being audio-only on the network. That'd be weird. But sure, alright. Finn Balor getting defeated. 2 minutes and 8 seconds to put away that Balor boy. And again, I've reached the limit of all American wrestling's popularity and must find new audiences elsewhere. I tried, and I couldn't figure out how to sign the freaking contract, so there was that. The fans insist on treating Mankind as a heel, despite his attempts to play a face. Have a nice day. CM Punk, the fittest wrestler in UKW. Oh, good. Another tag team match, but now I'm healthy. And let's try to click on the X here and see if I can get a match against D-Bry, who is the champion. Hey, D-Bry, give me a shot at that world title. I think I'm ready. He's gonna say no. Sorry, the beating I intend to give you would be too extreme for TV. What? Well, that failed. Let's go fight that boy anyway. So, speaking of extreme, one of the options was a TV-14 ECW style. Wait, what happened to Jericho? Alright. A TV-14 extreme style show on the network, which I'll be curious to see how they would handle that in the current day and age, but sure, they could do it. And there's Sami Zayn. Where's Daniel Bryan? Oh no. D-Bry not here tonight? That's curious. Only Zayn's out here. Huh. Well then, Sami Zayn, this is supposed to be a tag team match. Where's your partner? Oh, there he is. Never mind. What the hell are you wearing, Daniel Bryan? You look like a reject from a sci-fi convention. Isn't that his same? I like to think I'm a trendsetter backstage. Why didn't you come to me for some advice? I think he's wearing the same thing. I can't tell what he's wearing. Are things really that bad? Your lousy career has reduced you to digging out clothes out of the garbage? I'm glad you're taking such an interest in my costume, which is the same costume. Because these boots are going to be up your ass in a minute. How is it not the same costume he always wears? How is it not the same American Dragon costume that he always wears? What? I don't know. Anyway. Enough with the weirdness. Sami Zayn. Boom, Razor's Edge. Also, they've, on that same survey, there were things for drama shows and comedy shows. And the comparisons they made were Game of Thrones and The Office. And I'm like, yeah, but if you've been cutting so much of your budget, where in the blue hell are you going to find money if you can't even fund Edge and Christian and their little weird bit of business, which can't cost that much? Then you're going to fund a Game of Thrones style show with your wrestlers? Like, that'd be hilarious. That'd be amazing. And certainly do it, but I don't think they have the money to do that. They also mentioned local tournaments, like what they did with the UK, And, like, it seems like there were two versions of this survey. So, I don't know. But, yeah, there were definitely a lot of options there. And they gave you the option to say, okay, well, what do you want to put that, you know, if you were buying it, you know, how much extra would you pay, I guess? And, you know, what options would you pay at a higher tier of the network? So, I don't know. That's interesting. And whether or not, nice double underhook powerbomb. Whether or not any of that will ever come to fruition in any, because I feel like they've mentioned this stuff before, right? So they've mentioned, you know, that kind of get him for the slug stomp or the German, whatever. He no-sold the German. I can't believe you, D-Bry. Out of the ring with you. On to Sami Zayn. That was a nice spot. They've mentioned this stuff before. And GFW, aka Impact, aka TNA, from what they've said on their end, they're not interested in having them buy their tape library. So, I don't know. It's all very nebulous, but certainly some weirder options this time, and whether or not they actually put together things like a Game of Thrones style show, or an Office style comedy show, or an ECW style extreme show, who knows? Who knows? But it's fun to speculate. But again, they've been budget cutting so much that it's hard to actually take them seriously when they put out these weird surveys. Like, oh yeah, we'll give you more money if you actually want to put cool stuff. Really, D-Bry? But I honestly have my doubts that it would actually go that way, in that direction. Only because that sounds really expensive to produce. Like, producing actual TV and, you know, not live event stuff, and not, you know, just things that you would already do in some capacity, which you already have the production for, you know? Like, hey, okay, we're gonna be extreme, that's the same thing you already do, but with blood, or whatever else, you know? Or we're gonna do, you know, tournaments. You already have the setup and production for that kind of show. Where at all, he's gonna tag out. Whereas, going out and producing a show of the style of The Office or Game of Thrones, you don't have the production on the apron. You don't already have that in place. That requires a whole new level of, you know, staff and whatever else. So, that's a whole thing. It's a whole thing, if you will. And I'm gonna hurt you more, D-Bry. I'm gonna hurt you more. Give me another finisher. I'm a slug stomp you this time. Oh, come on, get back in the ring. Get back in the ring. Screw it. Screw it. Slug stomp on the outside. Good God almighty. That man has a family. Counter ref. Come on. What? This game sometimes is really like, I don't understand. Attitude adjustment. 1, 2, 3. Apple juice! I finished you off with your brother-in-law's finishing move, D-Bry. How about that? Now give me a shot at your belt. For real, though. For real, though. D-Bry's stamina rose. Alright. Vile Ant is upset she wasn't tagged in. I don't know who she is, so no. The Iron Sheik is the new world champion at Federation Online. The Big Show's rep has benefited from being associated with Andre. Yeah, that's true to life. True to life. Mankind renewed his contract. Sergeant Slaughter is feuding with Booker T. Tenryu defeated Tanahashi to be the new IWGP champion. Here we go. I'm not sure the name Attack Slug captures the essence of your character. It's not ad-friendly. How would you feel being called something like Robin Dickin? What? Stephanie, you have the worst ideas. I wish that Shane was running this company, because you have the worst ideas. Sorry, you don't have a choice. You don't have creative. Now you're Robin Dickin. Oh, I gotta change that tomorrow. I gotta keep on changing these things back, Steph, because you have the worst business sense in the world. Tomorrow, handicap, simultaneous. Daniel Bryan, I'm assuming D-Bry and Sami Zayn. Tune in for that. I'm Attack Slug. More videos every day. I'm Attack Slug, not Robin Dickin. More videos every day. And I'm out.